Blink World loves you, Blink, so support this channel.
Jay leaned against the rusting railing at the edge of the abandoned metro platform, eyes fixed on the figure disappearing into the shadows of the underpass. Middleada moved like someone who didn't just know the city's veins, she was the city. Her every step seemed rehearsed, precise, animalistic. Jay exhaled slowly. How the hell does she know, he muttered under his breath. She had vanished after the Ambrose incident. Everyone swore she wouldn't return. And yet, here she was, same route, same caution, same ghost-like calm. Minutes later, Jay's earpiece crackled to life. She's taking a different exit than usual, Theo's voice murmured, hushed but urgent. Jay's eyes narrowed. I figured, he whispered, already on the move. Somewhere miles away, Theo stood in the warehouse's low-lit hallway, staring at a vibrating phone on the floor. The screen blinked, Guile, arriving soon. Max an hour. Theo picked it up without reacting, just letting the words sink in. He walked with cold clarity toward the door, barely noticing the pair of worn shoes resting beside the mat. He hesitated. The faint smell of cedar and something floral lingered in the air, dragging him back to a week ago, her room, silent and sunlit, a place she thought was private. He hadn't meant to go in, not really. But once he was there, he couldn't stop. Her bookshelf, her incense, the Polaroids tucked behind the mirror, and the drawer. The delicate, daring fabric folded inside it had pulled something out of him he didn't expect. Excitement. Guilt. Both. He didn't touch it then. But now. Theo knelt by the same drawer, pulled it open, and stared at the garment again. He let it slip from his hand and fall softly to the floor, like dropping a match on gasoline. Then from his jacket pocket, he drew out a small black box, unwrapped it slowly, inside, a small silver key. He placed it beside the fabric with reverence, as though he were planting a flag in foreign soil. Then he peeled off his shirt, not out of vanity but ritual. He stood there in silence, breathing hard, waiting. For across the city, Middleada trudged up the stairs to the old row house on the hill. She muttered curses between breaths. Why are your damn stairs always so steep, Hailey? She paused, hand on the rail. Drag me all the way here again, huh? You must think I've got nothing better to do. Still ignoring my calls. Still too stubborn to get checked out at the hospital, just to save a few bills. She laughed dryly to herself, the sound hollow. Can't take my eyes off you for a second. Her steps slowed as she reached the porch. What would you do without me? She froze. 3 black trash bags sat at the doorstep, neatly tied, like offerings or warnings. She squinted, a grin spreading slowly. What's this, then? Trying to get my attention again. She kicked one lightly with her boot. You think leaving these out here's gonna hurt me? She crouched down, poked one open with her finger, inside was nothing but paper scraps and fabric. But the scent caught her off guard. Familiar. Hers. Her eyes flicked to the door. It was unlocked. Inside, the hallway was dim. Quiet. But something buzzed. The old apartment door creaked open before Middleada could stop herself. Her eyes immediately dropped to the shoes on the floor, and her breath hitched. Men's boots. Not his. Not Jay's. Someone else had been here. Her chest tightened, confusion swirling with something darker. Anger. Fear. She stepped inside slowly, boots silent against the wooden floor. Why would he leave these out, she whispered. It felt staged. A signal. The air was warm, too warm. Like the heat left behind after bodies moved quickly, or after something had gone terribly wrong. With every step down the hallway, her pulse climbed. Then, a flicker. A shape. A shadow cast by the half-closed door ahead. She reached for the handle and stopped. A presence lurked behind it. Not just presence, but intent. Middleada pushed it open slowly, revealing Theo slouched near the window, his face half in shadow, a strange stillness cloaking his frame. Something primal churned in her gut. He didn't move, just sat there watching her like he'd been expecting this moment for years. She took one cautious step inside. Where is he? She asked, voice calm but deadly. Theo didn't answer. Just tilted his head. Middleada's hand twitched toward her belt. She wasn't sure whether to draw her blade or her breath. And then from behind her, a sound, someone else. The room ignited with violence. Years of tension erupted between them, grief, secrets, obsession, all boiling into a moment where no one remembered who was right or wrong. Only that Hailey was missing. And someone had to bleed for it. Teo stood in eerie stillness, his expression unreadable as Mitchell paced in front of him, hurling questions and accusations into the room's tense silence. Then, without warning, Teo's calm cracked like glass. His eyes darkened feral, sharp, and he lunged forward, gripping Mitchell's face with both hands. "She gave you one chance," Teo growled, voice low and venomous. Then with brutal precision, he slammed Mitchell's head against the ground, the echo thudding through the cracked walls. Mitchell gasped in pain, blinking as stars danced in his vision. Teo let go and stood up slowly, his chest rising with restrained fury. Mitchell pushed himself up, stunned. "What the hell are you talking about, brat?" But before he could move again, Jay appeared from the hallway like a ghost conjured by chaos. He raised his eyebrows, smiling dryly. "Wow. Someone's finally had enough." Without wasting a moment, he grabbed Mitchell by one arm while Teo took the other, dragging him upright. "If you two want to break something, let it be each other, but do it outside," Jay muttered. Still reeling, Mitchell snarled, "And who the hell are you supposed to be?" Jay turned to him, sarcastic. "Oh, I'm terrified." "Let's go, tough guy." With a jerk, he pulled Mitchell toward the back entrance. "We can finish this chat with some fresh air." Outside, the alley was cold and wet, slick with last night's rain. Mitchell thrashed against their grip. "Let me go, damn it." His eyes darted around, searching where's Jay. Then locked on Teo, who had bludgeoned him forward, and Mitchell landed hard on the pavement. "What is this? You goons. I've paid everything I owe." He spat. Jay's voice was low and calm. "You can believe what you want." Mitchell stood, teeth bared. "What did you do to him?" He lunged, grabbing Jay by the collar. "Where is he?" Tell me, Jay's eyes didn't blink. "If we had done something to him, would you have paid his debt?" His voice sharpened, bitter. "With what? A kidney? A lung?" Mitchell froze. Then yelled, desperate, "Tell me where he is." "Payment? Fine, I'll pay." "I'll pay whatever you want," Hailey blurted, her voice breaking as she stepped forward, trembling. Her eyes were wide, flicking between faces, reading nothing but blank coldness. Meanwhile, somewhere across town, Teo's phone buzzed in his pocket. He pulled it out slowly, read the message, ***, don't clean anything up. Just wait. ***, a slow grin spread across his face. This was cinematic. None of us saw it going this far. Not like this. His voice darkened. Teo did worse than I imagined. And honestly, you all thought it'd play out cleaner, didn't you? He stepped back into the shadows. Now I'm even more anxious for what's next. A flicker. A cut. Fade to black. Thanks to everyone who stuck around, Jay's voice now softer, like a narrator breaking the fourth wall. If you're still watching, drop a like, maybe subscribe. It helps more than you know. See you in the next chapter.